Hello, hello everybody. Welcome in. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. This is another Maker's Monday number 33. I was trying to play with my lighting there, and before I knew it, I thought it was almost past time to start. We will wait a second for people to come in. Those that don't know me watching this later, my name is Laura Mester of Laura's Stamping Up Legacy Studio. I'm a silver demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I've been doing this for 2 years now. So, hi Cindy, hi Sarah, welcome in. I've set myself up in a different room, and I'm not too happy with the lighting, but we will keep going. I wasn't sure whether to start this video or take a nap. It's been a rainy day here today, and kind of dreary. So, I just kind of felt like curling up and napping, but I thought, no, I think the girls want me to come on tonight. There might be a few things going on. So we do have a mystery hostess drawing to do. So that usually brings some people in, which I'm always happy for. It'll be an exciting night. So, but it's always warm and cheery here inside, especially when you join me. So we're just going to persevere and go forward. I have a few things to talk about, and then of course, I have a little show and tell about the next card challenge that will run a few weeks. And then after that, we'll do our drawing. So hopefully more people will be popping in. Before we turn down to take a look at this card challenge, there are new things going on. So while I'm talking about those things, go ahead and send me a like. Share this with people that are missing. If they're on your friends' feed, so that they can tune in too. One of the newer things coming out, and now I can't find, here it is. The next paper pumpkin was announced. And I know some of you, I was worried because corporate came out with information that there is some shipping delays with the product that makes up, hi Janice, welcome in. The products that make up our paper pumpkin kits, and they were worried that paper pumpkin kits may be a little delayed and that billing may be delayed. But I did hear from Renee, and I hope she comes on later, that she in fact got her paper pumpkin. Hi Renee, are your ears burning? I just mentioned you. She got the baseball themed one, the All-Star paper pumpkin today. So apparently we're getting them timely still. But they announced the next paper pumpkin. Hi, Tanya. Oh, good. You got your paper pumpkin, too. And I think I saw that Kim did, too. They've announced our next paper pumpkin, and it's called Expressions in Color. And hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. And they're expanding on the theme. There's some beautiful alcohol ink-based papers that have been designed. And they've come out with a paper pumpkin for that. And this paper pumpkin is going to have 2 ink spots of the brand new In Color inks, which is a great reason. I've signed up to get this one already. It will create 9 cards with the envelopes and have those beautiful colors. I am betting that the ink spot's probably the purple and maybe one of the green, but we could take guesses, right? So anyway, that's one of the new things coming up. Another new thing that I want to talk about, because I got some new product. Some of the stamp sets I wanted that weren't in the pre-order. These 2 stamp sets, an order came for me since we last spoke. And I got these 2 stamp sets, all for baby. This one, really cute. I'm going to be making a card for Mary's party out of this one for the guests to make. And then this little one called Sharing Sunshine. And I've made the table gift out of this one. But what I want to show you that's new, Stampin' Up! Has reconfigured how they put their stamp sets together, in that they're going to do what they're, instead of having the 2 different, I don't have an example of a current stamp set, but you guys have one, and it has the 2 sheets of like acetate in there, like the window film with the stamps in between them. So what they're doing going forward is, instead of doing that, if you look at this one, it's clear. It doesn't have the image stamped on it. What they've done is they've taken the inside of the stamp set and they've stamped the back side of the actual liner that goes in there with the pictures. I'm grabbing the wrong side here. But so those are in there. So after you use your stamps, you can take all of them off of here And then you can put them right onto the inside of your stamp case. Isn't that wonderful? What a great idea. And you never have to worry about these sheets again. I mean, they'll come in this, and then you apply them on there, and then I'm using the thicker one to cover them, to keep them fresh. It is an adorable set, Renee, and I think you're coming to Mary's party, so you're going to see the make and take we're doing. It's based on one of the cards that's in the catalog, and I'm going to do some paper piecing to make the little outfits, but it'll be cute. But anyway, so this is a really new concept going forward with all the stamp sets. And they did announce that, but until I had one to talk about it, I didn't think it'd be understandable. So that's why they had so many items listed as retired, because they're going to, as old stamp set supply runs out from stamp sets that already exist that carried over, they will introduce the new cases to them. But they had to update all the item numbers for that because it's actually changing because of the case. So for them to keep track of it. But I think that's an exciting change, and I'm kind of happy for it because for some reason I didn't like messing with, I think on this one I've already put them all on. Whoops, something fell out. But this one I've already taken those pesky sheets, and then I put this thicker one on top, and all my stamps can go right onto there. Well, they're coming off on that sheet. I'm still learning how to play with this, but something kind of fun and exciting the next time you get a new stamp set. So that's a new thing going forward. And the other new thing, I think we've talked about this before, is the joining bonus. If anyone's curious in that, I will talk about this later when we talk about the challenge, because actually stamping rewards can be used towards buying a kit. So that would really up your reward you would get. So we'll talk about that a little more later. But I think let's turn down, because I want to talk about the card challenge, because we always love having a card challenge. So I came up with a cute little one. There's all kinds of things going on right now, whether it's first communions or whether it's graduation or people with new babies. There's always reason for a gift card holder or a money holder. So I've devised a little card challenge that's based on that. And this one, I've gotten it from Jackie Bolhuis, who I've talked about her before. Real simple ideas. It's a gift card or money holder, but it ends up being a regular card size. So it has a little flap that you cut down. I'll show you when we turn down, that you can put your money or your gift card into. So, and I have all these dimensions. So this is what I'm going to show you now. So let me turn that down. Stick with me here. I'm always off kilter when I'm in a different room. Let me see. Touch this. Hold on. It's going to get a little iffy here because I'm on a wingly wangly. There we go. All right. All right. Hold on, girls. Here we go. Let's go down. And let me see if I can find you on my iPad here to see. Hold still. I know you're bouncing. I don't know how to refresh when I watch on the iPad. Here it is. Let me see if I can get it going. Here we are. All right. Well, it's playing it from the beginning. Hopefully it'll refresh. There we go. So why don't I just rearrange a little bit. So the cards, this is the gift card holder. Let me get these a little bit out of the way. I think we're all the way in there. So this is the actual card right here. Like I said, it is your standard A2 size. That's almost too bright. And it basically, you use some designer series paper and a little ribbon, and we make a little tag here that I've clicked down with a little twine. And it opens up to have a panel where you put your sentiment. And then I don't have this tacked down. I've made everything, but I'm going to tack that down just to show you that that tacks down, and then you put your gift card right in here. But I have all the dimensions. I have a post already ready to go that will appear at 10 p.m. tonight in our group, where I've got pictures and all the sizes, so you don't have to worry about writing them down now or watching again for that reason. But this is all the explanations and everything. But basically, you take an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and you're going to cut it lengthwise so that it's 11 inches by 4 1/4. And then you're going to take that piece and you're going to score it on your paper cutter if you have the score thing, or if you have a scoreboard, at 1.5 and 5.5. And so that's your base. Then you have 4 additional pieces. You're going to have 2 that are 4 by 1 1/4. Those are the little pieces here. And then you're going to have 1 that's 4 by 3 3/4 of your designer series paper. That's your front panel. And then you're going to have a liner. If you have white cardstock as your base, you won't need the liner, but if you have a colored cardstock, you may want one. You may want one too, because that way if there's a stamping oopsie, you can always flip the liner over. And you also will need, and I didn't make note of that, you're going to need a length of ribbon that'll coordinate, and you're going to need a little twine to tie on your tag, and you need a little bit of white cardstock to make some sort of tag. You can do any kind of tag that works for you. If you don't have a tag maker or a punch that makes tags, you can make a flag type tag and stamp it too. So that's the base and all the dimensions. And like I said, there'll be a post later. And then when it comes to putting it together, just use some snail or something and get everything stuck down in the appropriate places. I just got going and went ahead and made it. I should have waited and made it in front of you, but you don't need to be waiting on me. And you can use a little bit of glue or tear and tape. I advise tear and tape, or maybe snail's probably not strong enough, the runner adhesive, but you want to be right at the very edge for this to fit your gift card or money. You don't want it to be, if you use glue, you don't want it to gush out too far. Tear and tape is always easy because Sarah, I think you were the first one that talked to me about tearing tape, because you use it for scrapbooking. And I know Tanya probably told me about it, but I didn't get introduced to tear and tape until I became a Stampin' Up! Person. I love it. I think it's wonderful. You just stick it, tear it, and then you just have to get off. I usually run my finger over it. Get off the double-backed side. And throw those pieces on the floor to pick up later. And just tack that down. I will show you before I tack this, one of the things that I do in the instructions, and I have these in that post, is you want a little finger notch so you can put your gift card in and out. And I didn't notch it, even though you saw it on here. I didn't notch it until I put my DSP on. And that notch is just part of a circle punch. Or if you don't have a circle punch, then maybe a circle die, or, you can always do a little trimming there, or maybe just do a little, if you don't have a die or a punch, you can make a little triangular cut. But go ahead and stick your stuff down there, so you've got a little pocket that will fit a gift card. Or money. I kind of was going to give money and was going to make one of those longer slimline money holders. But I thought, I think a lot of people nowadays are doing gift cards. But you could fold money and put it in there, fold a check. I think the kids or whoever gets this gift would be happy with whatever you put in that slot. So this is our challenge card. It's going to start, 10 p.m. tonight when the directions go up. It's going to run until June 6th. So I know this is kind of a busy time. We're spanning some graduations, and we're spanning Memorial Day. But it just gives everybody time to make one if they want to make one. Just something cute and simple. So let's get you back up here. I should be looking at your comments. I can do that. What did I use to cut the round part? I just saw your comment, Cindy. I did get your card, Sarah. I'm reading your comments right now, ladies. With nothing in front of you to look at. Isn't that rude? We'll talk about these next. Let me set those there. Awesome, Renee. Great to hear. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and get us turned up. I always forget when I have my iPod, I can watch you guys. Here we go. There we go. And just a little bit higher. What'd you think? Are you up for the card challenge? I'm struggling with my holder. Hold on here. There we go. I think you can see me. There we are. And it's bobbing. A little bit too high there. I'm not high. My camera is. So that's our card challenge going forward. We're almost up to the drawing. Actually, we are at the drawing. I will show you these things I put down there later. We'll do the drawing, and then I'll talk about what's coming up next. So sorry if I'm a little bit off tonight. Like I said, I just felt like curling up and taking a nap with this weather we've been having. I want to thank everybody. We had a great mystery hostess code workshop that was going in conjunction with the new promotion that was out. And this promotion is it earns an extra $25 in stamping rewards, which is fantastic. We had 8 ladies participate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we got up to a nice high level, the 14% rewards level that comes with a half price item. I will tell you the rewards are at 98.94, which is awesome. And you know what that is? That is 6 cents shy of what you would need to buy a starter kit, which you can do with stamping rewards. And if you use $99 to buy a starter kit, guess what? You don't get $99 worth of product. You get $155 worth of product. So something for the winter to consider tonight, and we can talk about that. But I saw that and I thought, man, that would be a great deal. So that's exciting. I'm excited for everybody. I've got all the names in on this iPad. So let me get this over here. Let's see if I can get away from the screen that has me talking. Here we go. All right, I've got everybody on here. Like I said, there's 8 ladies, all with different varying amounts. When I do this, ladies, I go ahead and I enter everybody and I hit shuffle one time. That's the way I do it every time. So everyone's on there, like I said, with the various amounts of chances. And whoever the winner is, I'll be reaching out to you probably about an hour after we stop this video, if not sooner. And probably give you till tomorrow to figure out what you want to do. But we could talk tonight too, whatever works best in your schedule. So let's get this volume up. I had it turned way down because I didn't want to hear myself. Here we go. All right. On your mark, good luck. Here we go. Who is it? Hold on, I don't know, I got a glare on there. It says Melina. Melina, I don't know if you're watching tonight. There it is. Maybe you can see it now, girls. You're our winner. Congrats, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for always supporting me. And Melina, I will reach out to you. I don't think you're on right now, but I will be reaching out to you via Messenger later so that we can sort this out and figure out what you want to do. So, as always, thank you, everyone. And we will have more in the future. You know that. More are always coming. So, speaking of that, what's next? Right? What's next on the horizon? You saw the teaser. Some of you have seen in the group, I know, about Mary's party. So, if you're interested, that's on the 29th, the Saturday the 29th. You'll find that in the group. If you want to RSVP, go ahead. I'm making 2 make and take cards. This is one of them. So this is based on, in the new catalog, there is a new set of these smaller size embossing folders, and I love those. Gosh, I don't have it in here. But it comes with, I think they're $9 or something. It's crazy how inexpensive they are. But you get 2, and this is a little smaller than them, but they're basically this size embossing folder, and you get 2 of them. So this one was thanks and hello. So, and I'm going to have people emboss this at the party. And then I actually use sponge to lightly brush the top of the embossed area to bring out the color. So, so we'll be making like this. I'll let you know, Renee. We'll see how we're doing. And we'll check with Mary to see, because I've got to contact her about numbers as well. I'm thinking likely you can. So I'll get back to you on that. But so this is one of the cards. And it's just a note of thanks, of course. So just so cute. The other card is going to be based, like I said, on the All for Baby. And I'm going to paper piece the little outfits. There's 2 little outfits. They're adorable. But I'm probably going to die cut ahead of time for you. And we'll just put together. I don't even have these dies out yet. But there are dies that match those little outfits. So I will paper piece those outfits. And they will be part of the card that I make. And it's going to mimic a card that's in the catalog. And then the other thing I did, the little table gift. I usually don't give you guys such a good sneak peek. But this is such a cute little set. And I will tell you what, this is the most beautiful, I needed a birthday card. This is the most beautiful font, handwritten script font for Happy Birthday that I've seen. But anyway, I'm not using that. But I thought the sunshines were adorable with the little faces on them. This is a really inexpensive stamp set in the current catalog. But I had this idea. I've had it for a while now. And this is actually, I'll show you in a minute what it is. But I put together a bunch of these for little table gifts. And a little something to brighten your day, I believe, is a paper pumpkin sentiment. There was that one that was Box of Sunshine. So to me, when I saw that stamp set, I thought, we have a lot of stamp sets that go with sunshine. So I thought it would be a great thing. And this is a little bitty, and I use tons of these. Anyone who gets cards from me knows. It's a Post-it note holder. So, but that's what'll be the little table gift for everybody at Mary's. So just a cute little idea, quick to make, because I kind of had to turn this around. I still have the card to make, one more card to make, but that's all the news really. We will finish the challenge card by June 6th, and our next live will be June 7th, and I will draw a winner. Probably there's always something for completing all these challenge cards that we do. So I don't know if I'll have something for everybody, if we'll draw a few winners. We'll sort it out by then. So thank you, Renee. I don't always feel that way, but I should believe in myself more. I do lean on a lot of people for inspiration. But sometimes I find things and just go with them. So, which is fun too. We don't have to always look for an idea. We can just, sometimes you spend so much time looking on Pinterest or whatever, trying to find the perfect idea for something. If you just get started on it, you might end up with something you like just as well, if not better, because it's an original thing that you've created. So, but that's all I've got tonight, girls. Thanks for watching. Melina, I don't think you were on, but if you saw this, you know that I'm going to be contacting you soon because you were our big winner tonight. So thanks again, everybody. Bundle up. Looks like it's going to be rainy for a few days. But before we know it, it's going to be summer-like temperatures. So take care until we are together again. Like I said, I have a few busy weeks here, but we will have a live. We have the party at Mary's if you're interested on the 29th, and the next live will be June 7th. So take care, everybody. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.